Hey guys, it's another day at the track, so why not? It's another day of testing. Let's get right into it. First, we're going to look at a 31 to 40 gram plastic. This is a BMW 850i from the 90s, gold medal speed, 36.6 grams. We'll do the 2 test runs since we did all the works and reworks on some of these cars. And we'll see what they do dry, and then we'll put them up against the ranks. Here we go. Run number 1. 2037. Not too bad. Let's get him to the top of the track, and we'll send him down lane 2. All right, his solo run, lane number 2. 2041. We'll get him up against that 65 Mustang Fastback FTE to see if he can get into the ranks. We have the BMW in lane 2, awaiting this 1965 Mustang Fastback. Faster than ever wheels. He's coming in at 35.7 grams. Can the BMW break into the ranks? We're about to find out. No. Something happened there on the start. 2081 for the BMW, 2032 for the Mustang. Good run. We're going to rerun that race, and we'll see you at the top. They're in the rack, and they're off. Another start. Mustang with a clear win. 2033 to a 2042. We'll switch them up. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's a 9 1/1000ths difference that the BMW is going to have to make up. Race 2. Mustang with a clear beat, 2032 to a 2049. The BMW gold medal speed cannot get into the ranks. Up next and on the scales is a faster than ever bone shaker. I have one in the ranks. This one here, we just did a rework, and we'll see if some new methods can help him out. At 36.5 grams, he's going to now do his solo runs, and we'll go ahead and we'll put that marker there, which blocks out the one lane and allows the timer then to trip for the other. Okay. Run number 1 for the bone shaker. Smooth and quiet. A 2025. He has a shot. That's a nice time right there. Let's switch him up and do his other break-in run. Break-in run number 2. 2047. A little inconsistent. I don't think that's going to cut it for these ranks, but we will find out very, very soon. I went ahead and put the bone shaker in his faster lane, and he's going to be awaiting a 33.8 gram What42 FTE, who is the gatekeeper in the 31 to 40 medal. Race number 1. Bone shaker by a mile. 2029 to a 2074 for the What42. There was something wrong with that start again, but I'll tell you what, we'll switch them up and we'll see what happens in race 2. Race number 2. That time the What42 got out and stayed out. Bone shaker was coming, but a 2040 to a 42. The What42, way too fast, has a 2 1/1000ths difference. Let's switch the lanes. The What42 with a 2 1/1000ths difference, race 2. Or not. We'll be right back. Okay, just ran 2 test passes with no problem. I have never had a problem other than when I'm filming. Race number 2. Good start. Oh, Bone Shaker probably is going to take this one by more than 2 thousandths. Absolutely. 2033 to a 2053. Now, I don't put doubles in the ranks, so what we're going to do is we'll match him up against the current Bone Shaker that's in our ranks. All right, the currently ranked Bone Shaker weighs 36.2 and sits number 8 in my 31 to 40 ranks. Put a little piece of tape in the back just to identify him, and he's going up against the Challenger, which is 36.4. A little bit heavier. We'll put the Challenger in lane 2, which seemed to be a slower lane for him, and our currently ranked Bone Shaker. They are cool fantasy castings. They just got a little bit overdone. Now Hot Wheels was backed off on them, so I don't mind seeing them. But man, it just seemed like every 6 months there was a new Bone Shaker coming out. But yeah, they're cool looking castings, and in FTEs they are fast. Here we go, race number 1. Oh, we have the Challenger 2033 to a 2041. That's excellent. We'll switch him up. He has an 8/1000ths advantage going to his faster lane. Lanes are switched. Race 2. The Challenger in lane number 1, currently ranked in lane number 2. Challenger has an 8/1000ths advantage. That time, the currently ranked one got him by 2/1000ths, but that is not enough. We have a situation where we're going to take that Challenger, we're going to move him up 1 and see if he can slide up the ranks a little bit further. All right, this 36.4 gram Bone Shaker FTE awaits this 35.8 gram FTE Praying Menace. This is usually where the speed shifts a little bit in those ranks, so it'll be interesting to see if the Praying Menace can hold off this new Bone Shaker. He cannot. Bone Shaker 2036, Praying Menace the 2038. Let's switch them up. Race 2. Bone Shaker is out. I'm going to rerun that. Praying Menace didn't get a great start. 2030 to 2070. Let's try that one again, guys. We'll see at the top. Race 2. Take 2. Good start. Bone Shaker again won the race. 2034 to 2036. Another 2/1000ths beat. Very consistent with the lanes. Bone Shaker moves on. Now this new Bone Shaker is climbing up the ranks. Next on deck is the Jet Threat 4 at 32.9 grams. I took the plastic wings off because they literally fall off if you look at them. So it affected it not at all speed-wise, but they had ugly plastic wings on that just would come off if you touched it. Race 1, can the Bone Shaker keep doing it? It's a close race. Real close race. Jet Threat 4, 2030. Bone Shaker, 2031. A whisker's difference. Let's get him back at the top. Now, this is what I call a race. 1/1000ths difference in favor of the Jet Threat 4.0. Race 2. Bad start. Don't know why it does that. We will do it again. 2030 for the Jet Threat. Really consistent today with the lanes. I'm going to send that one back to the top. Race 2, take 2. Good start. Bone Shaker's out and got him. 5/1000ths beat. Bone Shaker with a 3/1000ths. Good enough for the win. The Jet Threat 4, 2031. Bone Shaker wins by a net margin of 2/1000ths of a second. How crazy is that? He moves on. All right, guys. I skipped the blown Camaro because I just have them in there for posterity. There's a slower one in there. and I've just been playing around with them, but we're going to move him up a couple spots. This is a Pontiac Fiero Gold Hot Ones, one of my originals that I owned way back. 40 grams on the nose. 36.5. Bone Shaker Lane 2. Pontiac Fiero Gold Hot Ones. Metal bottom. In lane 1. Bone Shaker. That shocks me. 2028. He's feeling it right now. To 2038 for the Fiero. 10 1,000ths difference. Let's switch them up. Race 2. Fiero came back on him, but it's not going to be enough. He had 2 1,000ths difference. Bone Shaker advances, and he is going to be moving on up. Bone Shaker waits in his faster lane. I did run that Fiero and Bone Shaker with the Bone Shaker in lane 2 and the Fiero here in lane 1 again. It was a 9 1,000ths difference for the Bone Shaker, so there was no break-in factor for the Fiero that helped it. So it is going to be moving on against my number 3, 40.8 Jackhammer. Yep, with the 40 class, it goes up to 40.9 grams. So when it gets to 41.0, that's when it goes to the other class. This is the Maximum Venom Jackhammer. Pretty damn fast. I'd be shocked if the Bone Shaker beat him, but I'm shocked to this point already. Race 1. Car hop by the Bone Shaker. 2031 to 2048. Gonna run it one more time. Guess it's only fair that the Jackhammer had a warm-up run there, but yeah, the Bone Shaker car hop. Let's try this again. Race 1. Good start. Look at that, man. That is crazy. Bone Shaker with a 2025. Jackhammer with a 2028. Lanes will be switched. Race 2. Good start. Jackhammer. 31 to a 36. The Jackhammer takes it by just a whisker. But I'll tell you what, it was a great fight by the Bone Shaker. He's going to be sitting 4th in my ranks. No shame there at all. Next up to bat is this Flying Customs Custom Auto. A lot of guys like this casting, as do I. It's a fantasy casting, but it just has all the right muscle styling of the late 60s and early 70s right built in. And he weighs in pretty light, 32.5. Let's give him his hot laps here. And we'll get him in the gate. I'll go set up the spacer, and we'll send him down a couple times. Hot lap number 1. That is slow as hell. 2089. I'm not even going to send him for another hot lap. I'm just going to put him up against the gatekeeper, and probably be done with it. We put the Helpless Victim in lane 2, which is the faster lane. We put the 65 Mustang Fastback FTE in lane 1. Here we go, race 1. $20.41 to a $20.71. I would say that's one and done when you're 31 thousandths faster than the other car. One and done. Yeah, I have 0 time for slow cars, and that's a slow car. Always has been, always will be. If y'all have a fast one out there, congrats. I am not chasing that, even if you do. And here we go. I've been looking forward to this one. I pulled him out special. This is a Hong Kong 200 SX Gold Hot Ones. We needed to get this one. Just because I saw what Bobby D's did. These wheels are magic on here, and the weight on it's pretty impressive. 51.4 grams. So it's in the 51 to 62 class, which is a killer class. Here's a Hong Kong Solaire, which is my gatekeeper in that class. And that one's at 57 grams. I'm going to send that SX down a couple times, see what he runs, and we'll get him up against this Solaire. Hot lap number 1. Ooh, okay. 2016, he was noisy as hell. Usually there's a certain sound, or let's just say no sound, that occurs whenever a car goes down the lanes. These wheels are great, but man, that was noisy. So I really am shocked at the 2016. Now he's going to the faster lane. Break him in on this hot lap, hopefully, and get him even faster. That is noisy as hell. 2035. I don't know. I think the Solaire is going to get him. But it's fun being wrong, you know? I like the surprises. Let's get these bad boys set up. We'll put the SX in that faster lane that he likes. And we'll put this Hong Kong Solaire in lane number 2. For the gatekeeper spot. No. 2011 for the Solaire, 2038 for the SX. You better have some horsepower if you want to get yourself into that 51 to 62 ranks. I haven't rerun them all yet with this new setup, so I'm sure there's going to be some cars that will be making their way into the top 24 as they did before when I did my first set of testing. So some of these cars, I gutted half of that case before to put them in the top 24, and I know I'm going to be doing that again. So probably in about 10 days I'll be rerunning everything, and we'll get it all sorted out, and we'll go from there. But I just want to do some testing for now. So right now, it does not look like the Solaire is going to be giving up the gatekeeper spot to this 200 SX. Here we go, race 2. Good start. And then the 200 SX does what? Graphite breaks in after 4 runs and runs a 2009. Are you kidding me? Let's switch them up one more time. We can't let it go there. We'll call that race 1. It usually takes 4 runs to break in graphite. How crazy is that? Actually 3 or 4, but that was pretty crazy. 2009 to 2014. Are you kidding me? All right. Let's see if he can pull it off again. Good start by both. That Solaire is out. See, I don't like inconsistent either. 2041 and Solaire's a 2008. That car's too inconsistent. It swims all over the place. It's too skinny. Much too skinny. So, you know, it's going this way and that way. It might pull off a good run or two, but it's not going to cut it, unfortunately. But it'll be good enough to resell on eBay. It's in a great shape. Onward. Might be staying right here with this Solaire. And again, that Solaire, it may not be the gatekeeper of that class. I haven't calibrated them. 49.5 for this. I believe this is a 68 or 69 Pontiac Firebird. Yeah, or 70 maybe, 69 or 70. Based on that front, it's a classics. And we'll get him in his proper weight class. But yeah, after maybe in a day or two, I'll be recalibrating just these ranks just to see where they are. But yeah, that Solaire, that's running some nice numbers right there. Really nice numbers. Right now, this wind splitters are ridiculous. is the gatekeeper in that class. And at 49.9, he's coming in pretty heavy. And let's be fair. We'll get the marker in place, and I'll be right back, and we'll send this Camaro down a couple times. Or the Firebird a couple times. Hot lap number 1. Yuck. 2050. There are no fast classics. Please show me a fast classic, somebody. I have a few, and this one was gifted to me by my friend Brandon. He's amazing, and is absolutely a gorgeous car. Probably go into my office collection. I have a small collection on my office desk, and that one is absolutely gorgeous. Love the Spectre Flame paint on it. Just ain't fast. Here we go. Hot lap 2. A little better run there. 2040. Graphite breaking in a little bit. He's doomed, but graphite's breaking in a little bit. 2040. Let's go to the top. Keeping the Firebird in his faster lane. Wind splitter in lane 1. Race number 1. 2012 to 2045. Some fast cars in those cases, guys, so it's going to have to be a monster to get in them. So hopefully we can find them. All right, race number 2. Firebird in lane 1. The wind splitter in lane 2. Yeah, we're going to have to... it's going to be a very interesting time in about 10 days. 2003 for what I thought was my slowest wind splitter. 2044 for the Firebird Classics. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pit that wind splitter up against the fastest wind splitter I have in the top 24 just to see what happens. 49.9 gram Challenger awaits in lane 2 for the 49.4 gram, currently ranked definitely in my top 10, more like my top 7 or 8 currently, without running everything, and it's savage. So this is going to be a good race, and there might be an upset. Hard to say, because this one's been known to run 1990s, so we'll see what happens. Currently ranked in lane 1, Challenger in lane 2. Currently ranked by almost a car, 2003 to 2023. Don't know what happens, but I think when a car gets out in front, there's some bad air that the other car catches, and it can either get through it or it can't. Let's switch them up. And learning real quick, you just can't make solo runs and say that's going to be your fastest car. You got to see if something gets in front of it, it's going to be able to get through that bad air. Lanes are switched. Currently ranked car that took the first win substantially in lane 2. Challenger in lane 1. Currently ranked lane 2, ran 2001 to a 2015. Not bad. Let's switch them up one last time. Give that guy every benefit of the doubt, because he's made some pretty good runs down this track. Maybe that was just an anomaly that he had a bad run. So let's see if we can get him down on what was his fastest lane in that come-in race against that Firebird. Here we go. Last race, guys. Great start. Closer race, 2014 to a 2018. Currently ranked vehicle holds on, as I thought, but I really wasn't sure based on what we've been seeing. All right. We have 4 dead soldiers, guys. Couldn't get them in the ranks, but we have a bone shaker that impressed me, surprised me, and I'm thrilled that he's sitting number 4 right now in my 31 to 40 medal rankings. Saw a wind splitter that was apparently a gatekeeper in the 41 to 50, looking like a champ. So, like I say, in about 10 days, I'm going to rerun everything. And we'll reset the rankings. We'll reset the top 24. And we'll have some fun from there on out. But I couldn't help it. We got to test some stuff, you know. So it was good being with you. And hope you're all doing well and enjoying what seems to be a better spring, at least here in the Northeast. We've lost the bad weather, and we finally have some nice weather to enjoy. So best to you all, and we'll catch you soon.